everybody. Welcome to Lesson 10 and happy Thanksgiving. Next week is Thanksgiving, and I am very excited to be sharing that with you because it is one of my favorite holidays. So this month, we have been focusing on a big part of the American holiday of Thanksgiving, thankfulness, being grateful to God for his blessings, for our job, for our health, for medical care, for our families, for many things. And today we will talk about another big part of American Thanksgiving, which is food. I know many of you have had this lesson before, way back when, it seems forever ago, but it was 1 year ago when we went over this before our huge English as a second language feast, where everyone brought different food from their country, and we served turkey and dressing, and it was just a wonderful dinner. I really love that dinner every year. I'm sorry that we can't do that this year, but I hope that you can come next Tuesday to our virtual meeting where we talk about American Thanksgiving next week, and we talk with each other about our lives. But for now, we'll have to do this, through YouTube. Let's start our verse that we keep in our heart and in our mind. Say the first verse with me. I know you know it. Don't worry about anything. No matter what happens, tell God about everything. Ask and pray and give thanks to him. So that's Philippians 4:6. Then for the last 2 weeks, we have gone over the next verse, Philippians 4:7. Then God's peace will watch over your hearts and your minds. He will do this because you belong to Christ. He will do this because you belong to Christ. So let's say that in one sentence. He will do this because you belong to Christ. He will do this because you belong to Christ. All right, good job. Let's take a quick minute to review what we studied last week. You had 2 pages of homework, 10 questions about visiting the doctor, different sicknesses and diseases you may have, or different bad things have happened to you, like breaking your arm or your leg. So let's go over those 10 questions quickly before we move on to today's lesson. Okay, let's do this page first. You have a picture and then a list of things that might be wrong with the person in the picture. So whether it is something bad happening to them or a disease or sickness, we have to choose what is being shown here to us. So number 1, what body part is she tugging at? Her hand is on her ear, which would indicate that she has an earache. See, earache. Number 2, this person has what looks like a thermometer, which measures your temperature, how hot your head and your body are, and they are touching their head. Do they have a fever? That's possible if their head is very hot. Do they have a cold? Usually a cold is symptomatic. Usually a cold comes with sneezing and coughing and other things up in your head. It's possible to have a high temperature when you have a cold, but I don't know if this person has a cold or not. Cough, that's around your neck area, or someone making the coughing gesture, like, holding their hand up to their mouth. So I don't think this person has a cough. Sore throat, again, around your neck area, maybe this person would be holding their throat, it would be in pain. So I don't think that this person is showing us that they have a sore throat. I'm going to go with A, fever. This person has a fever, that's why they took their temperature using a thermometer. Okay, number 3, we have liquid medicine, medicine that you drink. Generally, that is for children, not all the time, but most of the time. Children get liquid medicine to drink because it is hard for children to eat tablets or pills. So it could be pain medicine. Kids do get liquid pain medicine, particularly ibuprofen. But if you look at the picture, this person is covering their mouth. So I think that this person is coughing. So I'm going to go with D, cough syrup. Number 4, these are pills. And the person on the package is covering their nose like they are sneezing. So I think that this is cold medicine. Number 5, you have a cast on this person's leg, and they have what we call crutches to help them walk. Crutches. So this person broke something. That's what the cast tells us. So it's not C, burned my hand. What part of her body did she break? Her leg or her foot? Since the cast goes all the way up here, I'm going to say her leg. I broke my leg. If it was foot, I think the cast would be like a little shorter. And number 6, she's holding her wrist. And she seems to be in pain. So the body part mentioned is in part B, wrist. I sprained my wrist. Okay, the next page of our homework is the opposite. Number 1, we have cough. Which picture shows the person coughing? B. He is holding his hand over his mouth. His head is down. He is coughing. Number 2, fever. Fever is a high temperature. Your head is hot. So which people are touching their head? It's D and A. So D and A are touching their head, and this one has a thermometer in their hand, which is what we use to measure the temperature to see how hot your head is. This one does not. I think this one has a headache. So I'm going to say D, fever here. Then 3, toothache. If you remember, the word ache means pain. Which person might be in pain in their teeth? This one's holding their ear. This one holds their back. This one holds their stomach. So I think it's C, who's putting his hand to the side of his face. I think he has a toothache. Now, we did not go to these 2 medicines, so if you weren't sure the answer or could not find the answer in the book, I'm sorry that we ran out of time. We'll go over them now. Number 1 is ear drops, and that is usually for children when they have an earache. The doctor will prescribe your child ear drops. And you can tell there, well, number one, this one has an ear on the bottle, but also you can tell that these are drops based on the lid right here. It's a dropper. So it's meant to let liquid things out a little bit at a time. So D was the eardrops. And then 5, antacid tablets. Tablets again is another word for pills. So we know it's not these because these aren't pills. We know this is cold medicine. We just went over that. So which of these is antacid tablets? Well, this is tricky because they don't give us any clues on the bottle except for the shape of the bottle. And the shape of the bottle tells us that it is A. Okay, I zoomed out so that I can show you a bottle of antacid tablets. They're for your stomach, for a stomach ache. Or sometimes for heartburn. But this is what the bottle generally looks like. I wanted to show you this so that you would understand the answer is A. This bottle is very unique. No other medicine has this shape of the bottle. And I think they were relying on you to know the shape of the bottle. So Tums is not the only brand of antacid tablets, but it is one of the most common ones. So again, they are for stomach aches or for heartburn. So that is antacid medicine. So if you can, take out your Step Forward book for me and turn to page 88. This is backwards, sorry, I'll fix that in a minute. Page 88. And let's get started. Okay, take your Step Forward book out, your red book, and read along with me. We're going to start on page 88. This is what it looks like. So with all of these words about food, it's kind of a tricky chapter because I know that several of you, many students, know a lot of food words already. So I'm not sure which words are new to you, which words you use all the time at the grocery store or at Target or wherever, and which words you would like to learn. So what I'm going to do with this section, or with this lesson, is I'm going to have 3 sections. We're going to go over these 9 words, do some activities with them. Then we're going to go over the next 9 words and do activities with those words. And then we're going to go to the Foundations book, which has, I think, how many? 40 words? Nope, 50. Yeah, 50 words. That Foundations book. And we'll talk about those on their own. That way, if this first section is so easy for you, then you can breeze right through it. But if it's new and it's hard, you can pause and come back to the next section later. All right? So, ready for our first section of words? The first 9 on page 88. These are fruits and vegetables. All right, so number 1 is fruit. That is a food group. Many specific fruits, grapes, oranges, apples, bananas are all fruit. F-R-U-I-T. Fruit. Fruit. So repeat after me, like usual. Number 2, bananas. Bananas. The long yellow fruit. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. Bananas. Number 3, apples. 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 Number 4, grapes. 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 Number 5, oranges. 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 Number 6 is another food group, vegetables. 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 Number 7, broccoli. 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 Number 8, cabbage. 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 And number 9, corn. 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 All right, let's do some activities with only these 9 words. All right. Let's play a little memory game to see if you remember the names of these foods. For this part of the vocabulary, we are going to match the words on this side with the pictures. I've mixed them up. They are not in the same order as they are in the book. So let's see. Fruit. Fruit. Which one of these pictures is fruit? Well, bananas are a fruit, oranges are a fruit, grapes and apples are all fruit. But the only picture that has general fruit in it, not just one specific type of fruit, is number 1 right here. Number 1, fruit. Grapes, apples, bananas, and oranges are all fruit. Fruit is a food group, so it has many different foods in it. Okay, next one, oranges. Oranges. Which picture is of oranges? Number 5, right here. Orange is a fruit and a color. Okay, next one, bananas. Bananas. Which picture shows bananas? Number 2, the yellow bananas. Number 3, cabbage. Cabbage. Which number has a picture of cabbage? Number 8, cabbage. Okay, next one, broccoli. Also a green vegetable. Broccoli. Which picture shows broccoli? Number 7, all the way up there. Hopefully you can see it. All right, next one, vegetables. Another general food group like fruit. It has many specific foods inside the group. Vegetables. Which number? Number 6 shows a variety or many different vegetables. Next, apples. Apples. Number 3 is apples. Or number 3 shows apples. Apples can be red, yellow, green, many different colors. Corn. Corn. Which picture shows corn? Number 9, right here. Yellow corn. And the last one, grapes. Grapes. Number 4, a bunch of grapes. So there are many different colors of grapes, red grapes or white grapes. They're usually what you see in the grocery store. Okay, I hope you did a good job on the match game. Okay, if you slide on over to page 89 in your book, then you will see this picture here of a grocery store. '89. So it's numbered and they want us to practice our spelling. Down here we have a list of words that we just learned. They want us to practice spelling them. So work with me and fill in the blanks. Number 1, B-A-N blank 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 S. So number 1, the picture's right here. What are these yellow things? Bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. Bananas. Number 2, blank R blank P-E-S. We have purple round things. What are these called? Grapes. G-R-A-P-E-S. Number 3, O blank A-N-G blank. You might know that one already. That they gave you a lot of letters in that word. Here's some orange round things, and they are called oranges. O-R-A-N-G-E-S. Oranges. Number 4, we have blank P blank L-E-S. Up here we have some red round things. What are those? Apples. A-P-P-L-E-S. Apples. Number 5, blank R-U blank T. If we look up here, 5 is all of these. Bananas, grapes, oranges, apples are all fruit. F-R-U-I-T. Fruit. Number 6. Sorry. There we go. long yellow things. Blank O, blank N. Corn, C-O-R-N, corn. Number 7, well, they gave you most of the letters here, so hopefully you remember that this is broccoli. B-R-O-C-C-O-L-I, broccoli. Number 8, C-A-B, B-A-G-E, cabbage. Some green round things. And then number 9, all of this together, that food group is vegetables. V-E-G-E-T-A-B-L-E-S, vegetables. Good job spelling with me. Okay, speaking of the grocery store, let's practice phrases that we will say to people who work there when we can't find the food that we are looking for. So you go to the grocery store, like Safeway, Giant, Food Lion, Aldi. You go to the grocery store, you want a specific food, but you can't find it. Where is it? So you ask someone who works at the grocery store to help you. And these are the phrases you would say. So let's go down these 8 questions. You repeat after me. Number 1, where are the apples? Number 2, where are the bananas? Number 3, where are the grapes? Number 4, where are the vegetables? Number 5, where is the broccoli? Number 6, where is the cabbage? Number 7, where is the corn? Number 8, where is the fruit? So if you notice, on this side, they use the term where are. Where are. And on this side, they use the term where is. Why do you think those two phrases are different? In this column, everything ends with an S. Apples, bananas, grapes, vegetables. It's plural. It's more than one apple, more than one banana, more than one grape, and more than one vegetable. It's maybe 5 apples, 6 bananas, a whole bunch of grapes, 7 vegetables. It's not just one. So we use the phrase are. When it's plural over here, you use are, such as they are. Over here, if you look at the end of the words, there's no S. Broccoli, cabbage, corn, fruit. It's single. So they use the word is. So if you are looking for a bunch of apples or a bunch of grapes, then you will use the word are. Where are? If you only have one thing that you're trying to find, just one, my finger, just one thing, then you use the word is. Okay, now it's time for the next set of words. Again, we're in the Step Forward book, the red book, but this time we are on page 90, 90, page 90. And you will see 9 new types of food. These are meats and cheeses, or meats and dairy mostly. Okay, ready? Number 1, cheese. This section has the words right under the pictures, so it's a little easier. Cheese. 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 Number 2. Where are you? Down here. Eggs. 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 Number 3, milk. 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 Number 4, back up top, bread. 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 So that has a silent A in it. You don't hear the A. Number 5, chicken. 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 Number 6, pork. Pork. Pork comes from a pig. PORK. 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 And so right here it's pork cutlets, but it could also be ham. Ham comes from a pig and is pork, and things like that. 7, beef. Beef. Beef comes from a cow. BEEF. 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 Number 8, lamb. 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 So you notice the B is silent. You do not pronounce the B. So lamb. And lamb is from a sheep. It's a baby sheep. And then number 9, rice. 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 So among these is not turkey. Turkey is kind of a big chicken, a little bit. It's a different bird, but turkey is what we use at Thanksgiving, or what we eat at Thanksgiving. Lamb, if he hears, this is a rack of lamb, the side, you know, the ribs, but many times people eat lamb at Easter or Passover. Beef, this is a steak. Right here, this is a picture of a steak, and you can eat that for dinner anytime. And then pork, a lot of people are allergic to pork or do not eat pork for dietary or religious reasons. But there's not a holiday associated with beef or pork. So if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, let's dive into the activities with these 9 words. Ready? Okay, for this next section, we're going to flip it. Instead of matching the pictures with the words, we're going to have the words numbered first and then match the pictures. This time I left the words in order, but I mixed up the pictures. All right, are you ready? Let's see how much you remember. Number 1, cheese. Which picture is cheese? This one. Oops. Cheese. All right, number 2. Which picture is eggs? This one, a dozen eggs. 12 eggs in a carton. We call that a dozen eggs. All right. Number 3, milk. Right here. That one might be a little hard to see because it's all white, but milk. All right. Good job on the top row. Cheese, eggs, milk. Number 4, bread. Bread, a loaf of bread. I hope you can see my fingers. I've had a nervous day. Bread. Number 5, chicken. Which picture is chicken? Right here. Chicken. Number 6, pork. Here we go. This is what pork at the grocery store usually looks like. It is pale, it is not as red as beef, even though the cut is sometimes similar. Pork. Number 7, beef. Beef. Number 8, lamb. Lamb. Lamb is usually ribs or rack of lamb. There you go. And number 9, rice. Well, there's only one picture left, but I'm sure you're very familiar with rice. A bowl of rice. How'd you do? Good? I hope so. Now let's start to categorize these types of foods. So far, we have gone over 18 specific foods. Here they are. Here's the pictures. Now we are going to look on page 90 of your Step Forward book, page 90, and we're going to look at the different groups of foods. You have meat, which you see they've written pork there for you. Dairy, which is milk-based products like yogurt, cheese, and cream, sour cream, things like that. Grains, which is your breads, or things that are based in wheat, corn, rice, things like that. Fruit, which we've discussed before when we had that grouping. And then vegetables. So there are 5 main food groups that we are going to discuss today. I want you to help me put each of these foods into a group. Okay, so let's classify all of these pictures. I copied what the book said. Fruit, they have apples, dairy, milk, meat, pork, vegetables, broccoli, and grains, bread. So I am going to show you a picture, and I want you to tell me what category or what food group this goes into. All right, ready? Bananas. Bananas. Is bananas, or are bananas, grains, vegetables, meat, dairy, or fruit? They are a fruit, just like apples. Next, well, this is lettuce, cabbage, corn, and broccoli. What are these? These are vegetables. That was an actual vocabulary word, so hopefully that was not difficult. Next, chicken. Is chicken a part of the grain, vegetable, meat, dairy, or fruit group? Chicken goes with pork under meat. Next one, cheese. Is cheese fruit, dairy, meat, vegetables, or part of the grain group? Well, it is milk-based, so that makes it dairy. Next, oranges. Oranges. Are oranges a grain, a vegetable, a meat, a dairy, or a fruit? Fruit. Oranges are a fruit. Next, corn. Corn. Which group does corn belong in? I think they want you to put it under vegetables because of this picture. It also is a grain. You can have cornmeal or cornbread, corn chips. All of those are corn flour based, and you might consider that to be a grain. But corn on the cob, the actual vegetable, is going to go with broccoli and lettuce and cabbage. All right, next group. I'm sorry, next food. Eggs. Eggs. Which group does this go in under? Dairy. And I know this is confusing for many people because eggs is actually a protein. So sometimes, and it also comes from a chicken usually, or other bird. So a lot of people want to put it with the rest of the proteins. That does make sense. But in the grocery store, which is where we're going with this lesson, you find it in the dairy section. You find it in the refrigerated section along with the milk and the cheese and yogurt and sour cream. So we put eggs and dairy here, even though it does make sense to put it with the rest of the proteins or the rest of the meats. So if you thought, well, eggs come from a chicken, I'll put it here, then that would be okay as well. But you will not usually find eggs in the meat section at the grocery store. All right, next one, we have grapes. Grapes. That goes with the fruits. Next, rice. Sorry, I hit the camera. Rice. Rice, along with wheat and cornmeal and other things, go with grains. Next, we have a steak, beef. Beef is a meat from cows. Next, we have cabbage. Cabbage. Which group does cabbage belong in? Vegetables. Next, we have lamb. Lamb. That is meat. Meat from sheep. And the last one we have is a group itself. This is the fruit group. So this is a picture of the fruit group. How'd you do? I hope that was not confusing for you. As you can see, we only have 2 grains. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 vegetables, 4 meats, 3 dairy, and 5 fruit. So they really wanted you to learn about fruit. Okay, if that is enough for you, then pause the video and come back later, because we are going to dive in to several more words. So if you want to take this in little bitty chunks, that's totally fine. If you are ready for the next section, it is pretty long. So we are going to go over a lot of words, and then next lesson in 2 weeks, we will review them and start to use them. So since you have 2 weeks due to the Thanksgiving holiday next week, I was thinking that you could use that time to memorize these words. So this lesson is just focused on the actual words. All right, so take your foundations book if you're ready. Turn with me to page 102. 102 in your foundations book, the purple and blue one. All right. Some of these at the beginning we have already done, so we'll speed through them. So we have apple, banana, and bread. We did those 3 during the previous sections. Number 4 introduces a new dairy product, butter. Butter is a long yellow tube. Butter. You will find it next to the eggs and the milk, usually. B-U-T-T-E-R. Butter. Butter. Number 5 is another vegetable. We call this a carrot. Carrot. C-A-R-R-O-T. Carrot. Carrot. Number 6. Cereal. Cereal. You have this in a bowl of milk for breakfast. C-E-R-E-A-L. Cereal. Cereal. Number 7 is cheese. We did this one. Number 8 is cheeseburger. So I'm just going to skip to hamburger, which is number 13. Hamburger, cheeseburger. Without cheese, it is called a hamburger. With cheese, it is called a cheeseburger. C-H-E-E-S-E-B-U-R-G-E-R. Cheeseburger. Cheeseburger. And hamburger is number 13. H-A-M-B-U-R-G-E-R. Hamburger. Hamburger. Okay, number 9. Something familiar to all of you, I am sure. Coffee. Coffee. Coffee is a hot drink. C-O-F-F-E-E. Coffee. Coffee. Number 10, cookie. Cookie. In particular, this is a chocolate chip cookie. C-O-O-K-I-E. Cookie. Cookie. Okay, number 11, bagel. Bagel. B-A-G-E-L. Bagel. Bagel is another breakfast food. Number 12 is an egg. We've done that one already. Number 13, hamburger. Number 14, hot dog. Hot dog. H-O-T-D-O-G. Hot dog. Hot dog. Okay, number 15, ice cream. This container doesn't really tell you what ice cream is, and I don't have any in my freezer right now. But it is something you put on scoops. You get it at Dairy Queen, at Sweet Frog, at Cornerstone. Ice cream. I-C-E-C-R-E-A-M. Ice cream. Ice cream. And number 16 is lemonade. Lemonade. L-E-M-O-N-A-D-E. Lemonade. So it is a drink made from lemons and water and sugar. So that's the first 16 of the Foundations book. Are you ready to go to the next page? I know some of these you already know. That's why I'm doing so many. Okay. Number 17, lettuce. Lettuce. L-E-T-T-U-C-E. Lettuce. Lettuce. Lettuce is similar to cabbage, but cabbage is always round and green, and lettuce is leafy. Number 18 is not really a food as much as it is a condiment, something we spread on bread for sandwiches and other things, make sauces from. It's called mayonnaise or mayo. The full word is M-A-Y-O-N-N-A-I-S-E, mayonnaise. Mayonnaise. Or you can shorten it to mayo. If you say, I like mayo on my sandwich, people will know you are referring to mayonnaise. Number 19, milk, we have done. Number 20 is a new vegetable, onion. Onion. O-N-I-O-N. Onion. Onion. Number 21 is orange. We have done that. Number 22 is peach. You see this comes from a tree as well. You can pick these around here. You see the leaf from the branches. Peach. P-E-A-C-H. Peach. Peach. Number 23 is a pizza. Pizza can look many different ways. That looks like it has many toppings, but sometimes pizza only has cheese or has cheese and pepperoni and other things. But pizza, P-I-Z-Z-A. So that's something you get at Pizza Hut or Domino's or Papa John's, Little Caesars, places like that are pizza. Number 24, potato. Potato. P-O-T-A-T-O. Potato. Potato. Number 25 is a food we often have for lunch. It is a sandwich. Sandwich. S-A-N-D-W-I-C-H. Sandwich. Sandwich. Number 26, there are many different words for this drink. Cola or Coke is one. Pop is another. Or soda. S-O-D-A. soda. Soda, pop, Coke, cola. It's all the same drink. 27, soup. This is a can of chicken noodle soup, specifically, but soup. S-O-U-P. Soup. Soup is good when you are sick. 28 is sugar. This picture does not tell you anything about what sugar is, but it is the sweet white crystals that you put in coffee or tea, and it makes desserts very sweet. Sugar, S-U-G-A-R. Sugar. Sugar. If you noticed, even though there's not an SH at the beginning of the word, you pronounce it like you hear an SH. Sugar. Sugar. Number 29, hang in there with me, we're almost done. This is a taco. Taco. T-A-C-O. Taco. Taco. Like you would find at Taco Bell or Chipotle. Taco. Number 30 is tea. Another popular hot drink. Tea. T-E-A. Tea. Tea. If you notice, there's an A on the end of the word, even though it is silent. 31, last one, tomato. Tomato. T-O-M-A-T-O. Tomato. Great job. Thank you for hanging with me. Let's put it all together. Okay, now that we have finished section 3 of our food words, we are going to put those foods into the groups we had before. So we have fruit, dairy, meat, vegetables, and grains like before. And we're going to add desserts, which are sweet things like cake and cookies and ice cream. Drinks, which are things like tea, coffee, lemonade, juice, water. And then for items that have a variety of those food groups, like for instance, they might have meat and grains, we're going to call them main dishes. Okay? So let's get started. I've cleared the board from the previous words. So these are only the new words that we just learned in section 3. Okay, what is this? Potato. Potato. So which group does potato belong to? Vegetables. A potato is a vegetable. All right, next word. Peach. Peach. Which group does peach belong to? Fruit, like apples and bananas and oranges. Peaches have a lot of sugar in them. They are a fruit. Okay, next word. What is this? Tea. This is tea. You can see the tea bag in the hot water. Is tea a fruit, dairy, meat, vegetables, grains, dessert, or drink? Tea is a drink. All right, next. Do you remember what this is? This is cereal. Cereal. Where should we put cereal? Cereal belongs in the grain group. Cereal is a grain. All right, next word. What is this? It is a carrot. Carrot. And where does this carrot go? With the potato in vegetables. Both of those vegetables grow under the ground. All right, next. What is this? A cookie. A chocolate chip cookie. Cookie goes with the desserts. Desserts. Cookie is a dessert. All right, next we have lemonade. Lemonade. And what does it belong to? The drinks group. Lemonade is a drink. Next, we have lettuce. Lettuce. Which group does lettuce belong to? Vegetables. It is a vegetable along with potato and carrot. Next, we have cola or soda. Which group should we put soda in? Drinks. Soda is a drink. What is this? This is an onion. An onion goes in what group? Vegetables. An onion is a vegetable. Next, we have this. Do you remember what this is? A bagel. Bagel. A plain bagel. And that goes in the grain group. A bagel is a grain. Next, we have this. What is this? A cheeseburger. Where should we put cheeseburger? Well, a cheeseburger does have meat. It's beef usually. It can be turkey or even a vegetable base like tofu or something, or tofu or something like that. Also has grains because it has bread. It also has dairy because it has cheese. So it belongs to 3 different groups. So we're going to put that under main dish. That is something you can have for lunch with fries or for dinner. It is a main dish. Okay, next we have ice cream. Ice cream. Where should we put ice cream? Right under desserts with the cookie. Ice cream is a dessert. You have that after your meal. Next we have hot dog. Hot dog. Which group does hot dog belong to? Well, there's meat in a hot dog, and there's bread on the hot dog bun. So we're going to put this under a main dish with a hamburger or cheeseburger. All right, next up we have this. What is this? Tomato. Now there is some debate over whether tomato is a fruit or a vegetable. Scientifically speaking, we put it under the fruit column. But if you think tomato is a vegetable, I will not disagree with you. So it can be a fruit or a vegetable depending on who you ask. We're going to put it under fruit simply because I've run out of room under vegetables. All right, next. Oops, upside down. What is this? A taco. A taco. A taco has a corn or flour shell, so that's grains. It usually has vegetables in it. Right there we can see lettuce, but a lot of times it has tomatoes and other vegetables in it. It also has cheese most of the time, so that's dairy. And of course there's the taco meat. So that is many different groups. We are going to put this up here with main dish. Okay, and then the last one is coffee. Coffee. Coffee goes under drinks with tea, lemonade, and soda. So in this group of foods, we didn't have any dairy or meat, really. We had several main dishes that did have dairy or meat in them, but they also belonged to several other food groups. So it seems here that drinks and vegetables had the most representation in this list of foods. Okay, that's our lesson for today. I hope you replay this video many times in the next 2 weeks so you can memorize those words. Have them in your memory. In 2 weeks, we will have a new lesson and we will put everything together. We will have many conversations about food and health and Thanksgiving. So I look forward to seeing you then. If I don't see you before then have a happy Thanksgiving. See you later.